What up? Just just two dudes looking for some other dudes to hang out at my party mansion. I don't know. That's a sunny quote. Um, I hope you all are well. Yeah, today we're gonna be streaming a little bit of Sonic 2 HD. And I'm feeling especially goofy, so get ready for that. Um what what we're doing is we're doing a GameFAQ special episode of Sonic 2 HD. So, need to stream some footage, get it all figured, and yeah. I also have a project from a Bound to Game Dev community member, Clone, who wants me to play his game, so I'll probably do that at the end. So, before I forget, make sure you have liked the video. Leave me a comment in the chat. What up, Andre? Hope you're doing well, man. Yeah. Let's see. So let's just get into Sonic 2 HD. I'm a little bit flustered today because I just kind of like went for it, with the stream. I've been pretty busy and with work and everything and today. So I didn't really have time to set up the stream and everything. So that's interesting. This is the first Sonic 2 HD tech demo, but there's actually 3 EXEs, which I don't know why. Maybe we'll try them all out. I'm gonna switch to stream share, and hopefully the game shows up, because this is real impromptu, and I haven't really set anything up. Can you please record Sonic footage in full screen today directly, as opposed to having it behind me? Yeah. I don't know. Clarify what you mean. So I'm trying to figure out this. USB receiver. This is a really interesting control setup. It doesn't have an option for control. Okay, there it is. Xbox controller. There's some weird options like USB receiver and such that I don't know what the heck they're talking about. A. So I'm just mapping the controls real quick here. B. C. So there's 4 of you watching. I hope I have 4 likes. I can't check right now. That should be good for that. Why would Sonic 2 need an X, Y, and a Z button? I don't know. Mode button? Okay. I don't know why you need a mode button. The Sonic 2, it's not anything else. Windowed mode. Yeah, we'll do windowed mode. Whoa, is Sonic 2 HD not widescreen? Let me try that one more time. I opened it up and it wasn't widescreen. So we'll see. Hopefully it'll let me configure it again. It gave me a screen with a bunch of configs. It didn't actually load the game at first, so that's why I wasn't showing anything. No, it just says like maybe there's an option to configure it for wider display. But hey, I'll play 4x3. Let's get this up on screen for y'all. Ooh, that's loud. Yeah, don't want it stretched. Try that again. Got it on there twice now. I don't know what's... there it is. Okay. So what I'm going to do is it's going to be as full screen as I can get it, but it'll be cropped. I kind of like 4x3 games because then it gives you a nice little Scoot me over here. Hattie. Nice little place. Ice Knight, I remember that guy. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. So this was made by the Sonic Retro community, as many things we have played here have been. Although in doing the research for this, it wasn't really as big of an effort by Sonic Retro as I initially thought. A lot more just like random people working on it that didn't even really have a lot to do with Retro. Oh, did I press the wrong button? Maybe I gotta press start. I don't know. I guess I technically pressed B. Pretty nice title screen, although it does kind of just look upscaled. Almost like an AI upscale. But this is the first demo. Okay? So it's not what I was expecting. So is this 2 HD and they just zoomed the camera out? You really can't tell the difference between the physics are pretty good, maybe a little speedy, but you really can't tell the difference between the high res and the low res graphics this far out. But I kind of think that might have been the point. Like maybe this is to scale to where it's like, well, if you didn't know Sonic graphics, like each one of these big chunks, I don't know if you can, how much you can see the chunks, but like I guess here's one, like this one sitting out by itself. Sonic levels are made up of these big 128 pixel by 128 chunks. And so I guess they were doing a zoom out to see how close it looked to the original. That's cool. But yeah, this is the... There might be an earlier release, honestly, because it seems like there was, but I can't quite find it. So I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, let's try another EXE out. Maybe they'll have the close button doesn't work. Okay, I'll close it that way. Here it is at 2x. I guess that one, the EXE, it says 1x on it. So yeah, we can talk after the stream. Sure. So yeah, this is another one here. I'm going to start a Q&A as well to ask you guys a question. And the question is going to be, are you excited for... Oh, wait. Which are you more excited? I can't spell. A new Sonic... A new 3D Sonic game, a new 2D Sonic game, or a new Sonic and why? So if y'all would answer that question if you're feeling it. If you're not, well, I guess not. Wait, why can't I? Oh, it's too long. Which are you excited? All right, I'll just leave it like that. Most excited. That'll work. So, if you want, you can respond to that Q&A. Q&As are a new feature on YouTube. Well, they're not super new, but they're kind of. So let's try this one out now. And this is the, we're gonna, okay. Test stage 2x. Okay. So maybe they don't have the camera, and that's the whole thing. They don't have a camera working, so they were like, well, we'll show it. So we at least got the physics working, I guess. Okay. It's good work. I feel like that ground tile is just pixel art, though. Am I wrong? Maybe they didn't have it done yet, so the background's new art and the foreground is just pixel art, and that's why it looks so similar. And then you've got the Sonic, which is new too. Okay, let's try the last exe in this folder. I can't hit the close button, I forgot. This one's called Forex. Forex? That's like currency trading. Good way to lose your shirt, I hear. Okay, this should be good. Try and make sure everything's good. What happened to... Did I like ruin the chat? Can you not chat anymore because I put that thing there? Oh no, it's still there. See, sure we can. Okay, it disappeared for me for a second. Hey, Gary, 64. Oh, thanks for showing up, man. Oh, why am I watching myself on the screen? Yeah, you've never been in one of my streams before. I have 8 people here, or I had 10 people here, but that's most I've ever gotten on this channel. Back when I do Time Twisted streams, I do, you know, like making of Time Twisted streams, and I'd get like 50 people sometimes, so those were way fun. So I hope to get back to that point on this channel too. I'm doing good. Hope you're well too. Trying to stream a little, drum up support. If you guys didn't know, Saturday we're going to be doing a big stream with... Okay, it's kind of a running joke on here. I'm having trouble pronouncing your name, honestly. So Gary, now that I'm thinking about it, I can't say it. I know you got a real name too, but Garrulus64. Garrulus64. So I'll tell you another thing too that's kind of funny. For a long time, I didn't know that Garrulus, am I saying it right? Garrulus was even a word. This is why I have you do the voiceovers, by the way. They sound so much better coming from you than me. But for a long time, I didn't know that Garrulus was a word. And I assumed that your name must be Garrulus. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I can't pronounce it. It's kind of embarrassing, but it's not the only word I have repeated trouble pronouncing. So maybe I'll just call you Dylan. But in any case, I used to think that your name must be like you made an amalgamation of it or something. So I thought your name might be like Gary Lewis or something. So fun fact, everyone. Garrulus64's name is not Gary Lewis. Just a funny thing. Yeah. So other than that, yeah, I'm playing Sonic 2 HD here, and Saturday, as I started to say before I stopped myself, was that we're doing a stream, me and Garrulus and Noah Copeland, and we're actually going to be playing Sonic Shuffle, which is a board. It's actually, you can kind of consider it the 3rd or 4th Mario Party game because it was made by the same developers as Mario Party. Well, that's not actually true. I think it was made internally by Sega, but they had help from Hudson Soft, the guys that made Mario Party, and so we're going to be doing a big stream, and I'm going to try to ask them a lot of really smart questions and stuff like that. Try is the key word there. But yeah, it should be a lot of fun, so I hope all y'all show up. But anyway, Sonic Shuffle, the cool thing about that is, like I said, it's almost like a Mario Party game, but I actually think it's a little bit better than Mario Party in some ways. For one thing, you have cards instead of dice, and Mario Party is a very random game, and one of the things that's great about Sonic Shuffle is you can choose any card you want in your deck. And cards are also used for battle. So like you'll land on squares where you'll have to fight somebody to get a precious stone or a star. And the way the battles go is they have a card with a number on it, and then your card has a number. So you have like a spinning roulette, and you have to stop your card so it's a higher number than whoever the monster you're fighting, or well, it's always a monster, but sometimes they're for the precious stones and sometimes they're not. Maybe. I don't really know how Yu-Gi-Oh works, honestly, Andre. Yeah, that's what I love about it. Like you have all those cards. You can choose which direction you go at any time, and sometimes your best option is to like go back, instead of going for the star or precious stone as they're called. You actually go back and you go to a different space where you can steal a precious stone. So that's from one of the other players. So that's a cool element too. I think Mario Party has that element as well. But like in Sonic Shuffle, because you got the cards and you can choose your direction, you can actually strategize to like not even go for, the star and go backwards and go plan to steal all your friends or your opponents precious stones. So it's fun. Played that game a lot when I was a kid with my friends. We'd always be sitting in the basement playing that game, usually with airsoft guns for some reason. So I don't know what that was about. Yeah, used to sit in the basement and play on the Dreamcast a lot. Okay, so these are the upscaled graphics now. The other EXEs, I think we're using the original. I mean, the background was HD-ish, but the foregrounds were not. They were the sprites scaled or whatever. So yeah, this is the earliest version I could find for Sonic 2 HD. What else was I gonna say though? I don't remember. But I think the other versions will look a little better. I guess there's really only one other version though, right? There's gotta be more than one. So, okay. I'm confused. Because I thought this was the lost version. Because there's like a 2008 release, then a 2010 release, and no, there's no 2010 release. There's a 2008 release, 12 release, and then a 2017 release, I believe, of Sonic 2 HD. I'm a little bit confused now, but we're going to go ahead and play the next one. I might have to do a little more hunting for that. If anybody knows where a third version of Sonic 2 HD... Okay, so this one... Well, this says it's from 2024, so that can't be right. And this one is widescreen. Let me pull it up here. I'm glad they went widescreen. I remember when Noah Copeland was developing Sonic Triple Trouble. And Noah Copeland developed Sonic 2. Game Fact Special. He had a lot of pushback for doing a 4:3 aspect ratio, and I was definitely one of those people, because even the 2D Sonic games are going to the 16:9. But if you remember, the first few releases of that had a 4:3 ratio, and it's still in the game. In Time Twisted 2.0, it'll have a 4:3 version as well. I want to say Blue in the Discord, Sonic or the Bounty Game Dev Discord, which you should join if you haven't. I think he wrote a cool 4:3 mode for the game. I was real skeptical. I was like, bro, I don't know about this. Why can't I use my controls? I guess I'll use keyboard. Nothing's working. I now have the window selected. Help! Help! I'm not as big on remakes myself. Sonic 2 HD, because the thing is, already playing a game, it's like not as exciting as getting a new one. But it's a really impressive effort. Sonic Orca. So yeah, this is definitely the new one, because what happened was there was a Sonic 2 HD was canceled because they had this trouble with this guy named Lost, who basically said he was going to make an engine for it, and then he put like a for one thing, it was very resource intensive, and then he had a lot of like weird code in there. For a while, people thought there was a virus in it and stuff. That didn't turn out to be the case, but it seemed like it because it was tracking keys on Windows. Why do none of the buttons work? I don't know how to get the buttons to work. I'm gonna have to open up the README or something. There's no README. The heck, I told you this was an impromptu stream. I almost said speech. Okay. Great. Why am I having it at a key? Somehow it triggered the Xbox keyboard on the screen on top of all of that. All right, I'm gonna unplug the controller. Maybe that will make it work with the keyboard. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Yeah. So Sonic 2 HD is kind of in a flux as far as I know. It's possible that they are quietly working on this game and they just haven't said anything, and that would be very understandable, just cranking away, because this game's had so much hype already. It doesn't really need hyped up. But the game itself... Oh shoot, I'm not looking at the chat. Sorry. It keeps going away on me. 1 second. There we go. Could try running it through Steam. Yeah, man, I'm not like as This is the 2017 release of... Okay, sorry for not following the chat for a second. But yeah, this is the 2017 release. Stop doing that. I'm having UI problems. And yeah, this game is gorgeous. All right. Okay, now it's working. All right. So I unplugged the keyboard. I guess it was probably trying to use the gamepad, but struggling. We'll give it a shot here. Yeah, this is the 2017 release, and like I said, they went through a couple engines because they had this Lost guy working on it, but the engine he had was really resource intensive. There was like this ongoing joke about having the same requirements as Crysis, which if you... I don't know how old Crysis is now, like 12 years or something. But back then, a Crysis was like the biggest running benchmark for your system as far as games go. So everyone was like, yo, why is this thing got Crysis level system requirements? And he was just kind of like, whatever. And about it. And then like I mean, the thing is, all the coverage on this is really one-sided. It's all like, this Lost guy was a real pain in the butt and everybody hated him, and then he went away and the game got canceled for a while. But and I'm trying to tell the story, but I only have half the story. So it's making me a little uncomfortable because I'm like calling this guy out on all this stuff and I only have half the story. So please understand that as I go through this. I only have half the story, so I'm gonna like make this guy to look like a butt, but I really don't know that he is. So he basically he held the thing hostage for 2 years, according to the other members of the team. Which this guy was programming, and I have a lot of sympathy for programmers because it's like a really hard job, and you can't just manifest something, right? Like holding something hostage for 2 years, does that mean it didn't work? And so, but you know what I mean? So that's why I'm really kind of on this story. But anyway, he held it hostage, and then after 2 years, finally let them release it. And when he did this, he put in a bunch of anti-tampering mechanisms, which everybody was really sour on because this game was basically made through the efforts of a large community trying to understand how Sonic physics work and decompile the games. And, you know, it was a community project. And then you have this one guy who's like got this engine, and he's like, you know, trying to prevent people from, you know, making modifications to it. And when he benefited from all the modifications everybody else that everybody else was making to all the other engines, so he just wasn't wanting to share his work in that sort of open source mindset that we programmers are supposed to have. Share your code. You know, we're not like it's going to sound mean, but we're not like artists or something, like where if you post a piece of their art, they get like, they're like, you don't have my permission for that or something, which I can respect. But at the same time, that's not the mentality of programmers. We don't, you know, code is to be shared and learned from and stuff like that. That's why I kind of, you know, I'm a little bit more loose about that kind of stuff than most people, is because I'm always going at it from the coder's perspective, and the idea that sharing knowledge is always good. And drawings are part of that knowledge, paintings, all that stuff. But anyway, so yeah, this game was canceled because of the team, and once it was found out he had that anti-tampering stuff in it, people were mad, and then they found that keylogger in there that they thought was that got triggered a false positive virus. So that was a big to-do, and like everybody was urged to uninstall it and stuff after it had been like this big blow up on the internet about it. And yeah, so, and I feel like I'm real negative with this story, but it's a cool game and everything, but things get a little bit weird sometimes in like the Sonic community, to where like you have like these clout chasers who are constantly trying to like be associated with things. And so that's kind of what was going on between like Retro and this game, and so there was a lot of drama around that as well. But eventually the game went closed source. So originally it was a community project where anybody could contribute. Then they went closed source, and it was sort of a half open community project, and then they canceled it. And then when they came back, it had nothing to do with any community. It was just a group of guys, which is the way it probably would get actually done. And like I said, I don't know what they're doing with this game. I've been trying to find out, but I not a ton of effort. Oh, that's a cool animation at the end there, Sonic does. Yeah, thanks. But they could either be working on it quietly in the background with no release, just finishing the graphics and stuff and the bosses and whatnot, or it could be completely dead. I really don't know. I didn't realize this had chemical plant in it. That's awesome. I love that background. Man, this looks good. This looks even better in the first game. Look at the little chemicals going through that. The monitors, man. And I was just dissing on remakes too, and this looks incredible. Like, why Sega? Don't even get me started on Sega. Yeah, I really like these. It looks like the official art from the time. Who did the art for this? Was it Yasuhara? Well, Yasuhara and like Greg Martin or whatever his name is. The American guy that does the famous hedgehog, the hedgehog mohawky looking Sonic from the 90s. That dude's name was Greg Martin. Unfortunately, he passed away. So, but he made a lot of cool art. Which it's kind of sad that he passed away, because like I bet if he was still around, like he'd be kind of a hero, you know, like maybe like, you know how there are people that go to like, of course you do. There are people that go to conventions and things, Sonic and like different like, I don't know what to call them, Sonic celebrities. Oh, it's influencers. That's the word, isn't it? Influencers. And I guess they're a little bit more than that. They would be like Sonic celebrities, like Greg Martin, because he actually worked on it. So like maybe an influencer would be like Garrula64, you know, a well-known Sonic YouTuber or something like that, and a famous Sonic. Seems silly to say. Yeah, he passed away. Sean, thank you for being here. I will check out the chat in just a minute. I was just kind of going on a big old tangent. Let me read the chat right now. I think Stealth had some not great things to say about him. Who, Greg Martin? Is that who you're talking about, Sean? So is Sonic IP open source in a way? Can anyone make a game without Sega getting upset? I am asking because it seems like there are a lot of fan games. Ooh, that's a loaded question, my man. Oh, Lost. Yeah, a lot of people said. He had, the other thing he had was like, he had this hacking tool, and like he was trying to charge money for some like features or something. The crazy thing is, it's like, when is it okay and not okay to make money? And like, why is this community of people deciding that's for everyone what's okay and what's not okay? And the thing is, so Sonic is not an open IP. Sega has a history of being very lenient about the IP being used, as long as you aren't making money on it. And even that has some pretty big gray areas, which I don't know how. But so there's this, I know this one, there's this Sonic movie, this fan-made Sonic movie, and on Patreon they're taking in $2,000 a month to get this movie made, and they've been doing that for years. Well, technically I don't know if they're still doing it, because I haven't looked, but they were making $2,000 a month pulling in money for this Sonic movie that they were making. It was like a Sat AM movie, and nobody seems to have a problem with that. And like, to be fair, I don't have a problem with that. Like, I think copyright is bunk, and the whole thing is a big corporation scam. But they're getting away with it, and it just shocks me that they're getting away with it. You know, just $2,000 a month. Wowie. The other, but then there are cases like where it has been a problem. There are a few fan games, I think, that have been CD'd, though I can't really think of them. Oh, I guess the one was, there was a Streets of Rage fan game that got told they couldn't make it anymore, even though they weren't making any money on it. But Sonic, they pretty much leave alone. I think Sega has an understanding that like this fan game community and the community around creating Sonic fan productions is actually very lucrative for the brand. It keeps the brand in everybody's mind. It creates a really, really hardcore fan base that like is pretty much unmatched on the internet. Like, there are other, like, like if you consider Mario, like, I wouldn't say Mario has near the fan base Sonic has. There are more casual Mario fans than casual Sonic fans, but as far as hardcore, like people that are drawing Sonic all the time, talking about Sonic all the time, buying Sonic merch all the time. I'd say there's more hardcore Sonic fans. So yeah, Sega's very lenient because they understand what the value it has for them, which is really nice, opposite of Nintendo. I always expect that to switch because, you know, it's not like the same person's always working at Sega. I'm sure they go through lawyers like crazy, you know, and I'm sure one day they'll get a lawyer that thinks he can make a buck by suing all these fans or whatever, or save a buck or whatever it is. But for the past 20 years or so, that hasn't been the case, and it's pretty lucky. There are some really impressive fan games that are as impressive or more impressive than what Sega makes. Sonic Robo Blast 2 comes to mind, which is a game that's been in development since 1999, maybe 1998, maybe. So 25 years, and it's a great game. Hey, Brawl Sonic, thanks for coming again. I appreciate seeing you. It's nice having people in the chat. Like, you know, this small channel, we're just growing, so like having you guys here, that's it. You know, it's not like a big channel where if you leave, you know, there's a bunch of other people standing in line behind you. This is you guys are it, and I very much appreciate it. Yeah, Sega's very vocal, and they tweet about it too. I never give those tweets much credence though, because I figure, well, I know, and I think you all know, that the people that are making those tweets and doing those community posts are gosh darn low on the Sega totem pole, and they're not going to have any clout when it comes to like what Sega's lawyers do. Maybe a little bit, like maybe they could fire off a strongly worded email or something for you, but you know, they're not going to be the ones that have the executive's ear. So I don't trust what they say, not because I don't think they are being honest, but because I don't think they're in a position most of the time to you know, make the calls. Yeah, corpos are not your friends. Sega's an awesome corporation though, as far as corporations go and how they're interacting with their fans and stuff. Like, you could be like Star Wars. Have you ever seen how they interact with their fans? Or you could be like I don't know, Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, they're great to their fans. They love their fans, I'll tell you. Holy smokes. Although they did backpedal on some of that stuff. But they were really in it like a year ago. They really stepped in it, trying to make a buck. Yeah, it's very nice. Sega understands. All right, I'm going to read what Carlos said. Yeah, that's what I think too. Sega understands that Sonic fans do a stupid amount of huge free advertising for it. Yep. True fan projects. Absolutely. Sonic is ever present because of fans. Yeah. Like Sega, if you compare Sega as a company to like the other big console manufacturers, and you compare, you know, every console manufacturer going all the way back, you got Atari, you know, Nintendo, Sega, let's throw TurboGrafx 16 in there, you know, all of them, Sony, Xbox, they don't have characters. Most of those brands don't have characters. SNK is another one. Don't have characters that have stand the test of time. And they were all marketed, I mean, but Sonic has really been enduring, and I really do believe that's because of the fan base. I mean, granted, he got pretty big out of the gate, which was huge, and a big part of the reason why he's still around today too, but the fan projects, I mean, and I don't even know what it is really, you know. I remember being 5 years old, being like, I'm gonna make a Sonic game. I don't even know why. Like, it was just what it was, you know. And it took me, like, being a 5-year-old, like I didn't even know. I knew I was going to make one, but I didn't know what even computer programming was back then. So then I got a computer and I started finding fan games. The first fan game I ever played was Sonic Robo Blast 1, I think. Which, if you've ever seen it, fly. It's a very boring game. Or a very... It's not actually boring. I shouldn't say that. It's actually a very amateurish game, is what I meant to say. No one hates their customers worse than Disney. Nintendo's close. They're closing in, but yeah. As someone who has created a team of passionate Sonic fans about a year ago, it's really nice knowing that Sega allows fans to create impressive Sonic fan games we now commonly see today. Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? That was from Brawl Sonic 18. I would argue Terry and Mai, but that's it. Terry and Mai. Oh, that's are those SNK characters? Is that right? It's the character design, yeah. Yeah, I think it really is the character design. I mean, the gameplay is really good too. The glow up between Sonic Robo Blast 1 and 2 is insane. Yeah, but have you ever seen the 2D versions of Sonic Robo Blast? So, I don't know if you've seen a lot of that concept art for Sonic Robo Blast 2, but like this guy who used to go by the name Sega Sonic, but then changed his name to SSN Tails. He made a lot of Sonic concept art for, well, he actually did more than that. He was like the driving force behind it, but he also made a bunch of concept art for Robo Blast 2. And before there was a 3D Robo Blast 2, there was a game, the Game Factory version of Robo Blast 2. And it had art just like that concept art he made. You can probably find a copy of it somewhere. Maybe we'll do a... Yeah, there's a 2D version. Sonic Robo Blast 2D Christmas, I think. Well, I might be wrong. So, and I'm not... I might technically be wrong. It might be a tech demo, which is technically called Sonic Robo Blast 2 or Sonic Robo Blast Christmas, which was a tech demo for Sonic Robo Blast 2. So it might technically not be a 2D version of Sonic Robo Blast 2. It might be. I legitimately don't remember. This is like, I'm trying to remember a memory from like 2002 here. So, but yeah, the thing exists, whether or not it's called Christmas Blast or Robo Blast. It is by SN Tails. It was the engine he was making for Robo Blast 2. He made a Christmas demo before the proper game. And there might be a proper game version too, but there were also several Robo Blast 2 remakes. Man, I bet a lot of those things are lost media, because there were a bunch of Sonic Robo Blast remakes that like redid the art to look like Sonic Robo Blast 2, but in the 2D style, maintaining all the level designs and such. Sure, some characters aren't as popular than others, but people still want to make fan games about those characters and tell brand new stories to familiar fans. Yeah, for sure. I did. Yeah, we talked about that. Insane that one of the Sonic Robo Blast 2 artists got in Sonic 2 and did a music video for said. Are you talking about Tyson? Like, who is the Sonic Robo Blast 2? Are you talking about Instasonic? Who are you talking about? I think Instasonic did work for Robo Blast 2. Also did work for Mania, I think. I don't know. I just know bits and pieces of the story. Like, I remember in like 2012 or 2013 or something, 2014 maybe it was. I think it was 2014. Like, Instasonic came to me and was asking me questions about like sound effects, where I got them from in Sonic Time Twisted, and I told him, I was like, they're Sonic Pinball sound effects. Then those sound effects ended up in Studiopolis, and I think he was working on it, but I could be wrong, because I think that was back when it was called Sonic Discovery, and he was like working on the pitch with all those guys. I don't really know. Yeah. Okay, bro, Sonic. Take it easy. Hope you have a good night. Okay. I'm actually only going to stream for a little bit longer here. I mostly wanted to grab Sonic HD footage, and I'm actually going to go off camera for a couple minutes so I can grab this footage without my beautiful face. My ugly mug. Okay. Let's play a little bit of this. Yeah, I really like having multiple people on a GameFAQs special. I want to keep growing it and such, and like really go hard with the videos the next 3 months. I kind of said this last time, but I figure most of you weren't there. Till January, and then do like this massive ad buy and like try to get the channel up to like 100 or at least 50,000 subscribers through YouTube's promotion engine, and then hopefully, like last time I did that, it'll like get my ad revenue way up again. And so if it doubles the ad revenue, that'd be really good, because that almost gets me to like a break-even point with the channel, you know? So right now I'm pretty much like losing money. Yeah, so that'll be good. And the thing about January is nobody releases YouTube videos in January, so it's a double whammy for YouTube, right? Because first of all, nobody releases videos in January because ad revenue is so low, right? But wait, if ad revenue is low, what's going to be cheaper? Getting YouTube subscribers, the paid way through the promotion engine. And what are those people going to be looking for in January that they will have trouble finding because there aren't as many? YouTube content. Bingo. It's so yeah. So like that's what I'm gonna try to do, because I'm legit trying to run this thing as like a business, because I have like so many things. Make my yeah, that's skill. Make my I missed it. I wouldn't have missed that if it was if I had an actual controller. I'm saying. Anyway, I want to run this like an actual business, to where like maybe someday I can quit my software engineering job, do this instead, and in combination with like the animated show I want to make called The Ghost King. It's like this cool show with laser swords and a king that's a ghost, and he sends his children out into the universe to like fight bad guys and stuff. And then I also want to make, I'm working on my next game, No More Robots, with Relic the Last Robot. So part of the plan is like, well, first of all, yes, I wasn't sure if I was going to get that skip. If you go fast, you get a skip there where you don't have to platform over that dangerous water. But I want to get my channel going, get it profitable, or at least break even, and then I can use it to advertise No More Robots. I'm trying to like, I guess what I'm trying to do is like force myself viral. You know what I mean? Like some people like make videos and they like hope it works out for them, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. That's you know, but my name is thank you, Garrulous, I appreciate it. But my name is Overbound, and part of the reason why I have that nickname is because I always go too far. So we'll go too far with this, and we'll get big. And we'll get big. Yo, I didn't realize this demo was so big. I'm still looking in the screen camera like you guys can see me. Yeah, I love how I'm saying yo. I do say that and realize sometimes like yo, but I feel like I'm saying it extra often because I'm streaming right now. Trying to get that bubbly personality, I guess. I'm not gonna have a bubbly personality though. I mean, I can't be like Garrulous. Can't be like Dylan. Just always like, you know, looking like Spider-Man, looking like Tom Holland Spider-Man, all cheery. You know, I'm myself, so. Let's see here. All right, I'm gonna start complaining. Here it comes. There's too much wiggly, and I don't like the way that lava looks, and the and the clouds have too much detail. Yep, not feeling those trees. That's I feel like this is probably the last art they did though, so it probably is less refined. Now the top of the lava I really like, but I don't like those the bottom part, because it looks like a bunch of Photoshop dots that somebody just brushed into a texture, and then yeah. But the top's real cool. But like the bubbly. What do you think that is? I guess it's probably an animation. I think everything in this game is an animation. I don't think this engine has any particle effects. Yeah, I don't know how I'll do all the things I want to do, but you know, I'll give it a shot. The GameFAQs special thing was kind of a late addition. Like, I've been working on everything else for longer, but it's so much fun having a YouTube channel. Plus, I'm not the kind of guy that like does a lot other than work, so like I need fun projects to work on. I've always been very project oriented. Very project. Like, look at me now. I'm like multitasking streaming. Like, I'm streaming this game, but it's to try to drum up, you know, support for live streaming. Our Saturday live stream where we're going to play Sonic Shuffle. Again, me, Noah Copeland, and Garrulous64. And Dylan. And I'm going to use this footage in a video. Well, I'm going to give it to Beyond the Nexus, who is my editor. One of them, anyway. I'm my own editor, too. And he is going to... He's not my editor. He'll work for you, too, if you want. Anybody. But he is going to make an episode out of this. Although he'll probably do... unless he quits on me or something, he'll probably do the Sunshine episode first, because Garrulous is actually voicing that right now. I'm guessing you got about half done today, and maybe you'll finish tomorrow, and then I will pass that back on to Andre and have him turn it into an episode. Speaking of which, I was going to ask you if it's okay if we use some of your Eclipse footage in the episode. It'll probably have your face and stuff in it. You can pitch your your channel at the end if you want, which I will let you do sometimes, but not all the time, because, like, you know, video real estate or whatever. Not that you need that much help, because, like, your channel is way bigger than mine, and I'm sure you're doing much better than I am. But, you know, I'll do what I can. Yeah, so probably get that audio off to Andre tomorrow night. Beyond the Nexus, and yeah, Beyond the Nexus is a pretty cool channel too. He does a lot of indie games on there, and some League of Legends stuff as well. So that's a pretty cool channel if you kind of like the definitive development series we've been doing on GameFAQs Special for a while. It's very much like that, but it's like more like indie games, which I'm not going to do. I have to stick to Sonic now because that's the only thing the algo loves me for. My plan is to get to like 100,000 maybe, and then like try to expand a little bit. You can't expand very fast into other content because it'll ruin your algo performance, but maybe once in a while I can start, you know, doing more other videos. Although I shouldn't give up on the Spider-Man and Mario videos. And what am I saying? We're not giving up on the Mario videos because we're doing one. But I shouldn't give up on the Spider-Man videos too, because man, as far as they gotta finish this game. I bet they're just cranking away on it, not saying a word. I hope they are. I mean, the thing about it is, maybe it is canceled. Maybe they truly aren't working on it anymore. But I could easily see it taking them 10 years to get it done, and they would have no reason to talk about it, and it would just be a waste of time to talk about it. It would be better just to work on it. It's kind of how I did it with Time Twisted. Not totally, but I kind of went a little bit quiet. See, I'll read the chat here. Yeah, Beyond the Nexus is a great channel though, so you should subscribe there, as well as Garless, but I think most of you probably are. Okay, appreciate you letting us use your footage. Yeah, Andre, our Beyond the Nexus is from Romania, so it's probably real late for you. I'm looking forward to the Sunshine one and the ASR transformed video. Yeah, haven't even started on the that one yet. Probably put myself back on the screen. Well, I think I'll let this credits play through and then I'll put myself back on. What was I saying? I haven't even started on that one yet, but probably give it to Mike Alexander again, and then I won't have to hardly do anything because he'll just roll with it. Some scripts I have to edit more than others, like the Sonic 2 HD one. Was done by Rob Aronicle, and he did a great job, but there's a bunch of areas I want to expand on, so I'm writing on that one right now. And then Super Mario Sunshine one, I didn't have to hardly do anything to, though, because well, I gave some pretty good notes, like, you know, I want to cover how this was made versus why Mario 64 didn't happen. I want to cover some of the newer developers that started taking over and how it was kind of a transition period for Nintendo, and and such and so forth. And it looked like he had gotten through all that. I'll to be honest with you, I only skimmed the I was bad, and I only skimmed the script, and he got the Ultra, or what is it called, Sunburn, and forgetting the other one, forgetting the name of the second hacked updated one that has more content. But you know what I'm talking about, the Mario Sunshine X. Yeah, Eclipse. Thank you, Eclipse. Yeah, Eclipse. Eclipse is I wanted that in there too, and he did a great job. I actually used a new writer. It was recommended to me by Andre, and he did a really good job. So I'm definitely going to be using that guy again. let me quick play one act of Green. I was gonna say Green Hill, but it's Emerald Hill, and then I'll get back on camera. And I have one other game I will play real quick, which I would appreciate if you stick around for. Regardless, I understand if you can't, but this video or this game was made by Clone, who I think just turned 14. He's a part of the Bound to Game Dev Discord, which is my Discord for GameFAQs Special and Time Twisted and No More Robots. And he made a game, so he asked me to play that. And if you see him, see it. I think that'll make his day. So if you wouldn't mind sticking around for just another minute here. But yeah, okay, so I think that's all I needed from this. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop this game. Let me find his game and we'll play it real quick. I don't need to capture, or I can get back on camera because I don't need that footage for anything. At least not yet. Maybe someday. It's called Sonic Flipside, and like I said, it's by a guy named Clone. Oh. It looks like you sent me some Discord messages too. I can't look at them at the moment. And I'll just download it. Saved it. So yeah, I believe he made this in World. Not sure if I think he's just, a virus detected. It's not got a virus. Watch, it does. No, I don't think it has a virus. It's a unknown exe. It's a multimedia fusion program, so should be fine. But if I do get a virus, I'm kicking him out of the Discord. Just so you know. No, I'm just trying to play it up for a stream. I don't think he put anything malicious. Oh my gosh. Just let me do it anyway. Son of a gun. Maybe that's why I couldn't find it. It's because when I tried to download it, it did that. Let me Google this real quick. I won't take much of your time, but let me Google this real quick, y'all. See if I can't fix this for him. If not, well, I'll just chat for a few more minutes and then I'll probably call it a stream. Let's see here. Download with virus. Let me download a virus. Google. Bypass failed download. Change Chrome security settings. No protection. All right, that's what I want. Okay, so somewhere in settings here. Yeah, just one more minute. This doesn't work. Well, he'll be out of luck. For today, at least. I'll still play it another time. Security. Block unwanted apps. See, this is different. Do I actually even have Chrome on this? Okay, I do. One more try. One more try. One more try, we're gonna celebrate. I love Daft Punk. My buddy Max introduced me to him a long time ago. I mean, I kind of knew about him anyway from working at Old Navy. They used to have all the like remix Kanye songs on there and stuff. But I didn't like really get into them till like 10 years ago, I guess. Now I love all their stuff. And I don't know where security is. Security. Okay, here's security. No protection. Turn off. Okay. Now, hopefully this will allow me to download this and we can get on with it. But yeah, I really like Daft Punk. I listen to a lot of Vaporwave too lately. And I really like chopped together music. And listening to, I'm a big fan of Saint Pepsi, an old Vaporwave artist. They don't release that much stuff anymore, but I still like them. And a lot of like 70s stuff, old 70s stuff, because I like that like disco music. You know, not that old. That's not my generation. Ah, download. Right, one more time. I'm not sure if it worked or not. That's still not working. You sure that's Chrome? This is good. This is my last attempt, so it doesn't download this time. This is it. More information. No. Okay, y'all. Well, I guess that's going to be it. I'm going to check out the chat here real quick because that's been off screen because I was trying to. Sorry, clone. Yeah, you'll have to wait till next time. Did anybody answer my Q&A? I don't think they did. That's okay. I just wanted to try out that feature. But let me read the chats here real quick, and then we'll call it a stream. Even the chat, the credits, yes. Clips, yes. Turn off your firewall. Well, it's not my firewall that's doing it. Where's the Q&A? So at the top of the chat, there should be a Q&A that says most excited for a new Sonic game, a new 2D Sonic game, or new 3D Sonic game, a new 2D Sonic game, or a new Sonic cartoon, and why. That's why I put up there. It's kind of worded badly because I ran out of characters, but yeah, I was trying out, the new YouTube features and stuff. Yeah. Did you bang the like button? Yes. That one's up there, but there should be a Q&A too. Me and the chat. Somebody said no. I love it. You bastard. You bastard. All right. I want you all to find out where this guy. Can't hear me. Oh, I flipped the switch. I don't know how long I was out, but yeah, I did. When I closed the poll, so you can only have one up at a time. My light just fell. Anyway, I think that's a stream. Kind of a short one today. I got a lot of stuff to do tonight, including review the Sonic 2 HD and add some more detail to the Sonic 2 HD. Basically, you have to go through all those old forum posts on Sonic Retro and try to like summarize it all. Gotta do that. Mercury, I think, is working on my game, so I still can't work on that. But I do have some animations to do for my game, so maybe I'll work on that. I'm working on an animation where Relic spins his sword around like this. Or actually, he does like a link charge where he holds it, charges it, and then spins it or spins around, kind of like in Ocarina of Time. But I'm doing the animation now, so I could work on that too. I got to decide what I'm going to work on tonight. But I definitely got to get to that Sonic 2 HD script. That'll be priority one. Anyway, yeah, that QA thing is all right if people use it. I kind of like keeping the pull up though, because I've seen other people do that and it really helps the likes. So I probably won't use that QA thing too much if it takes down my poll, because my poll seems to help. So keep that up at least for the first half of the stream or something. Yeah. Okay, guys. I think that is it. Garrulous, Dylan, thank you for showing up. That's great, man. I appreciate it. Kind of made my day. Everyone else, whatever. No, I'm kidding. Everyone else, Sean, Andre, even though you're gone, Brawl Sonic, appreciate you coming, and hope you continue to. I'll leave this one up for a few days, but I am putting these streams behind the membership paywall. So if you do want to become a member, you'll have the benefit of the 4 right now paid episodes, which I really need to do another one though, since I have 2 members now. I need to give them something. And then you also get access to all the stream archives, which I've done, I think, 3 of these streams now. So there'll be 4 up there. And then the archive for me, Dylan, and Noah's stream will be up there as well. I hope you all show up Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern time for that. It should be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, and make sure, you take care of yourself, do something nice for yourself. Buy yourself that game you've been wanting, or at least, have a good dinner, or take a nap, watch a favorite TV show, do something that makes you happy. Because, it's corny, but that's what life is all about, right? And if people on the TV don't tell you that, who's going to? Anyway, thank you all for coming. Overbound out. Thanks again, y'all. Made my day. You showed up, Careless. Even though I can't say your name. Should have heard me last stream. But I put it behind a paywall, so you'll never see it. It's my attempt at an evil laugh. Didn't really work out, though. See y'all.